Have you ever heard of the Green Fairy?
What is that?
It is the English translation of La Fevert, a French name given to a very popular drink made from absinthe in the 19th century.
How do you pronounce that? La Fevert?
Yeah, something like that, I guess. It was very well known for the fact that it has the highest alcohol percentage out of all the alcoholic beverages.
Nice. I definitely drink that.
It has about 55 to 75%, about 110-144 proof. It definitely threw whiskey off the top spot in being the #1 strongest drink around.
Sure did.
However, it was banned in European, American and other countries in the 1900s due to the fact that people believed that it causes illicit behavior and hallucinations even.
Oh.
The question, however, lies on either if these assumptions are really factual or not.
Hi Bart, hi Gary. I know that. The controversies that surrounded absinthe started when different stories came up regarding the effects brought about by the consumption of the drink.
Yeah, I've heard of those too. Like a great poet and playwright Oscar Wilde has said to have felt tulips brushing on his chin as he drank a huge amount of absinthe.
Also Jean Laffray, who was said to have been very intoxicated with the drink, murdered his own wife. The court trial even became known as the absinthe murder.
Oh, and a disturbed Swiss man who was drunk on absinthe, murdered his whole family and had blamed the alcohol for his crime. It was as logical as putting the blame on Jack Daniels for a crime or a misdeed done, after an already disturbed man drank a lot of whiskey. It would have been apparent that it was used as an excuse, but despite this, the public's opinion on the drink had already swayed and had turned sour.
All of these and more added up and pushed the drink to complete prohibition and had labeled it as an illegal product.
That's scary. If it is true, that is.
Yes, it is. But the thing is, it is not entirely true. Absinthe is an aphrodisiac but not a hallucinogen. Its herbal flavor and the high alcohol content definitely set it apart from all the other alcoholic beverages or liquors. But a properly made or manufactured absinthe poses just the same effects as any other drink.
You got that right. The chemical that put absinthe in such a position is called thujone. It is a component for wormwood, one of the ingredients in making traditional absinthe. It can be toxic, if you take it in very high doses.
True, because it is what you call a gamma-aminobutyric acid inhibitor. If you ingest certain amount of it, it can cause convulsions by blocking the GABA receptors of the brain.
But you know, naturally it's in many foods as well, but it isn't in a high dosage where it can affect you.
It's actually the same with absinthe. By the end of the distillation process, there is barely any left to intoxicate you.
So you guys are saying that it is actually more likely for a person to die from alcohol poisoning before you even get affected by the little amount of thujone left in the product?
Yes, that may be more likely.
Even in the case of hallucinations, there is no such evidence, proving that it can cause such things to people, even if you take it in high doses.
I'm slowly getting it. So all in all, the effect you get from drinking absinthe is the same effect you get from drinking any other drink continuously.
What is actually important and should be properly looked into, is that you buy absinthe that came from a reputable or reliable source. Because it all depends on the appropriate manufacturing of the product. Buying cheap absinthe may harm you as it may have toxic additives in it.
I agree.
Nowadays absinthe is finally making its way back to the market. It is now legal in countries where alcohol can now freely be sold.
Its 100-year-long ban has now been lifted, however, this is under the condition that the drink will not contain thujone. Which opens a new topic for those who are a fan of the drink and for mixologists who are arguing on whether it is still authentic in this way or not.
Now I understand. Looks like absinthe has had it rough for quite a long time.
Indeed it has. That was a really nice discussion. Bartender, give us 2 orders of Green Fairy. Let's celebrate with this infamous drink.